In November 1983, huddled around the kitchen table in Dover, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird came up with the original sketch that would go on to become the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 30 years later, that sketch sold at auction for over $70,000. Today, we're taking a look at Playmates elite figures that pay homage to this original sketch. These are the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Sketch Edition. Let's open some toys. All right, here we go, guys. The 40th anniversary original sketch Ninja Turtles. We've got Leonardo, Donatello, Michaelangelo, and Rafael. These designs are super unique. They are based off the original Eastman and Laird sketch when they imagined these Ninja Turtles. So let's take a look at this box, shall we? Of course, you've got that 40th anniversary logo up here in the corner. We've got some broken ooze. We've got Leonardo. We've got that sword. And here is, of course, that sketch that they were originally designed on when they were coming up with this comic. And of course, it says, long ago in Dover, New Hampshire, 2 upstart comic artists passed the time making each other laugh. Kevin Eastman sketched an unlikely combination of ninja and turtle. Peter Laird answered back with his own version. Before long, a new sketch emerged of all 4 teenage brothers ready for action, and the rest, as they say, is history. So these are very cool. Love that throwback to those original original Turtles, TMNT, that started it all at that home in Dover. And of course, here we have Michaelangelo, who's got the nunchucks, more ooze. Looks like a box. Each of these does come with a little stand so that they all connect up together. Here's Donatello with the bow staff. And last but not least is Rafael. Again, another katana. He's got his size, if that's what they're called. I can't remember. Again, that ooze. So let's get these open and take a closer look, shall we? All right, first up we have Leonardo. Let's take a closer look at him. Love the kind of comic book ink shadows. We've got some shoulder articulation. It pivots. It goes up and down. Same with this one. We've got some articulation at the elbows. Moves a little bit. Rotates. Same with the hands. The hands look like the hands rotate, but there's not a lot of articulation. Just the rotation. Legs. Got some movement at the hip there. Just slightly. Feels like there's a ball joint there, but not a lot of movement. The knee itself, there is no forward to back articulation. Oh, yeah, there should be. Yeah, it's there. It's just slight. So there's the movement there. Not much. I don't think we're going to be able to get him into that. Yeah, the legs just don't. There they go. Legs do pivot out. You just got to get them in the right position. There we go. That's. So there we go. Can we get his hands above his head? Probably not. The head does pivot down a little bit, so potentially, if he's looking down, maybe. So here's our first weapon, and of course we have 2 of these, so got your 2 size. We also have 2 sheaths for those. We have our ooze. Of course, it's cracked and open. And then our display stand. Sewer, you can see where it connects to the other pieces. This is going to go like this. And of course, we can stand him there up on this. Can we get the sword in that direction? I don't think his head turns enough to truly give him that look. The funny thing is he's holding a katana. If you see here in the picture, he's holding a katana, but then he still has like two of them holstered. So go figure. Let's see, do these snap on? Yeah, looks like we've got a couple spots here, so I'm guessing let's see, which one do we think goes where? This one probably makes more sense going here. This one over the top going there. And then if we were looking at him like this, he's going to have the head just doesn't turn very well, does it? Well, I think that's as close as we're going to get him to the actual art. But there you go. Take a closer look at him. And let's jump over to the next one, shall we? All right, next up we have Donatello. Here he is, same points of articulation. Interesting. And of course, this one will be really interesting to get him posed like he is on that and just give you a closer look at that figure. Again, got that toony smirk. Got a little spot to hold his bow staff. Let's take a look at that bow staff. So there's the staff itself. You can see the wrap and the paint around the wrap. Got some little hints of wood and smoothed down. Very cool. Of course, we have yet another ooze. And it looks like this ooze is meant to hold the card, right? But it's the same card in every box, so not a lot there you would need it for. But there you go. There's the card. And of course, lastly, it does come with the stand. And in this one, he's kind of positioned like this, it looks like. And he's holding that bow staff. Let's rotate that arm. Come on. Oh. Up and down like that. So let's see if we can actually get it up and down like that. Just a little more. Get that other one up in there. All right. I think that's about as close as we're going to get him to that picture. It's kind of more straight on there. There you go. Really wish like we could position this just a little. There we go. That's much better. Very close. Pretty cool. All right, next up we have Michaelangelo here. And of course, he is all ready for action, just like the other ones. Lots of posability. Get a closer look at that head sculpt. We didn't show off the detail on the shell, but that's about the same for all of them. Pretty cool. Got a little serial number down there in case you're looking for authenticity. Got a place to clip the nunchucks, so just like in the picture where he's got them there, you can, of course, hook them up there. So speaking of nunchucks, of course, we have 2 sets of those. So there's the first one. There's the second one. We also have a box here. This is obviously used to get him the height in the picture. You can see back here, he's standing way up there, but there doesn't seem to be anything holding him up like he's jumping. So this is what they use to do that. And of course, here's our shadow or oil stain. In this case, they're making it a street. But let's go ahead and see if we can't get this put together. So this goes like this, apparently. Which honestly makes no sense because the peg should be on the other side if you're going to have him up like he is, but apparently not. So let's get him in a weird squat, shall we? And he is. He's squatting. He's got kind of a downward look on him. And then we got to give ourselves some, clip these nunchucks on there. Nunchucks. And then this one, he's going to have them, what, completely out. Like, ooh. There we go. All right. Obviously, he can't really twirl them, but there he goes. He's all stood in his position. Really wish this looked a little more correct, but as close as we're going to be able to get it, it looks like. Got his hand out there with them nunchucks. Alrighty, let's move on to the last but not least, Rafael. Alright, there's Rafael. Again, let's take a closer look at spot to mount those 2 sides. Again, the nice little touch on the inks. All the same points of articulation, of course, has this belt where we can, of course, connect up our sheath for the katana, and then we can slide that katana in there. Question becomes, yeah, the katana's got to be on that side. So that looks good. And of course, he is stood in a more fantastical way. So let's get him out there. Probably, again, very much like, he's actually kind of like leaning over. He's got that side pointed down. So let's get this in his hand if we can. Oh, man. There we go. we go. That looks more like it. Let's just get him on his stand showing. And then this one looks like we're going to turn the hand all the way around. It's got a unique hold on this side. We're going to... Well, the head is not going to turn that direction. But so can we even get the sai in there like this? Don't think so. I'll just try it anyway. I think that's as close as we're going to get it. But pretty dang close, if I do say so myself. So there's the picture, and there's Rafael. All right, let's take one last look at them all together and just see how close they come to the actual, right, the actual picture. Here's one last look. I want to give you a nice tight shot of that so you can see just what that picture looks like. And then we'll scoot this back a little bit so you can still see that there. And let's bring in the boys, shall we? Back that up just a hair. And bring the camera up a tiny bit so you can see it in all its glory. And I gotta say, that is about as close as you are going to come to that picture. Let's see them side by side. Very, very cool. I think really Playmates did a fantastic job on this one, getting a 4-part toy to look so close to that original sketch. How impressive. Man, this is going to look great on the shelf. I'm speechless. I think this looks so good. The posability is just right on these, where you can get them really close to that original look. I mean, you can see the circle on Leonardo's. Even it's there. It's on the shoulder pad. Like, all those pieces that you're looking for are there, as close as you can conceivably get them in little hunks of plastic. At under $13 a piece, the entire set is going to run you just under $60, so quite a deal. Of course, everyone comes with the card and the stand, so you have multiple cards, so that's kind of duplicative. Probably not necessary, but you end up with 3 or 4 ooze stands, 3 extra cards, but still, man, looks so good. So happy to have this one. All right, guys, there you have it. Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, those classic turtles that are highly articulated and posed, sculpted to that original sketch. And of course, we get that nice sketch cardboard to go with it that make these figures just look really cool on the shelf and take you back to those early days of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So what did you think of these figures? Leave a comment below. We'd really love to hear from you, and it really does help the channel. And if you're new here, hit subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. And if you've liked this video, of course, smash that like button. And until next time, have fun.